with marketing mix. So that's a very interesting and very important lesson we are going to start today, and maybe continue maybe on next Friday, and then Sunday. I hopefully I'm going to cover the entire marketing subject. So we have on coming that we know 25th. So we are going to cover the marketing. So one section we have already covered after 5 weeks of conducting classes, right? So from next week, that may be when it comes, then it's on first, no? On August 1st onward, we are going to start with type of clients, another important area, right? That is the schedule, okay? Right, let me explain first. Now, if I start with so what we have learned last time, can you remember? We have learned last week. We learned what is marketing, right? What we can market it, right? What we can market it. Then we discuss core concept of marketing, and then we discussed the 5 philosophies or concept of marketing, start from production to societal marketing to holistic marketing, right? And then we discuss the importance of marketing, the scope of marketing, uh, and how it benefit to the bank customers as well as to the society, right? So those are the things we have discussed last week. Just to recap what we have learned, right? Okay, today we are going to start another important section in the marketing, and that is a marketing mix. Now, in any organization are basically subjected to two type of variables, right? One variable we'll call them as controllable variables. What the other variable call them as a uncontrollable variables. Any organization in the world, right, subjected to two type of variables. One variables can be controlled, other variables cannot be controlled. Can anybody tell me what are the uncontrollable variables? Any organization, whether it's a bank, financial, or what, you name it, any type of organization, right, need to live with these changing variables. That is why we call it, as an organization, you cannot control. So then you have to adapt to the changing requirements of the environment. Can anybody tell me, as an acronym or very short version, how you call these uncontrollable variables? Can anybody tell? Can anyone tell me? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me what is the? Can anybody tell me? Can anyone tell me? What is the uncontrollable variable, right? So those variables are called. Siobhan, can you tell me any name for uncontrollable variables organization need to be faced? Sajani, how you call that? Right? These are called them as pestle factors, right? Pestle factors. What do you mean by pestle factors? Mean political, economic, social, cultural, technological, all these legal factors every organization need to face, because these are outside the environment. So we need to adapt to those environmentals, right? Okay. So the next type of, we are going to discuss what is these pestle factors, how it is important for banks little later on, maybe on next Sunday or so. We are going to discuss how these factors are impacted the conducting of banking businesses, right? Okay, so let me now talk about so-called these uh, so-called these controllable variables. Now, controllable variables we call as what? Marketing mix variables. Marketing mix variable. So, what banks are trying to do, or any organization for that matter is trying to do, they try to make use of these marketing mix variables, right? Marketing mix variables to address, to adjust the changing needs of the uncontrollable variable. That's important, right? So how controllable variables like marketing mix variable used to control the uncontrollables, right? Okay, now let's look at it. That what do you mean by a concept of marketing mix? Concept of marketing mix. Can you hear and see me? No? Can I get any response from you all, Puta?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Right. Then, what do you mean by a marketing mix? Now, marketing mix, as you some of you may be well aware, it is consists of 7 P's, right? It consists of 7 P's. What are the pieces? Product, price, promotion, place. That is what we call 4 P's. Now we are in the banking business, so we are in the service business. So therefore we have another 3 additional marketing mix variables to our total marketing mix portfolio, right? Those things are we call people, process, physical evidence. Altogether, we call these are 3 extended marketing mix variable. As per service is concerned, therefore, we are going to study product, price, place, promotion, people, process, and physical evidence. There are 7 marketing mix elements. So you are using these marketing mix elements or combinations of these elements or ingredients which make up the marketing program. Now it's like a recipe. It's like a certain what you call jigsaw puzzle. So you cannot prepare a jigsaw puzzle not having all these components, right? You, in order to uh, complete the jigsaw puzzle, you need to have all the elements. Now these are the jigsaw puzzle is a marketing mix. What are the elements? We call product, price, promotion, people, process, and physical evidence. Right now, remember when you go for degree programs, your MBA, whatever you call it, so you're going to learn how these marketing mix variable use in a given situation to get the maximum output from the organization. So that those are the variables where you can control. So that is why we call a controllable. Why it is internal? So within the organization you can do it. So that is what we call marketing mix elements are considered to be controllable and internal environmental factors within the organization can adjust. But external environmental factors like pestle factors you cannot control. So you are using therefore the marketing mix variables, fact elements to live with or changing needs of the external environment. Right? And marketing mix also sometimes we call it tactical tools and considered to be the cornerstone of marketing, right? So all marketers do marketing elements, marketing mix elements, right? we will discuss those things little later on, little in detail, how bank use it. Now, for an example, just give an example. Banks set lending interest rate, set pricing for your deposits. That is a pricing. So different people are using a different interest rate, but right, for product. So how you use all these marketing mix element, right? Okay. Then remember, now managers, as people like you, now have to use intelligently of all these marketing mix elements to meet the requirement of the changing external environment. The person or the bank use their marketing mix efficiently and effectively and intelligently is all about marketing, beating your competitor, right? So that's how we call them as these marketing concept. Clear, right? Please, if you have any problem, Putha, try to stop me and ask. Okay, clear, right? Then what is the purpose? Now at the moment, still there is no question asked about marketing. So under this topic, what we are going to try to do, try to learn, we are going to learn all these marketing mix elements in little detail, right? In detail, right? Then you will understand. Now, up to now, no question asked about the purpose of marketing mix. So this time the examiner can ask from you why banks using marketing mix. What are the purposes of marketing mix? Right? Okay. Now, first thing. Now, it is the different blends. Now, what are the different blends of these elements? That is 7 P's. Organization use to differentiate your product from your competitor. Right? How can you compete with your competitor? So you are offering better products. You're offering better pricing, right? Your products are available at online and the new digital method of reaching customers. Your people are communicating very appealing to the customers. Your employees like you working in the bank provide a customer service. Your physical environment like ample parking facilitate, nice branch network, right, provide a better services. Your process are co-bankered and expedite. All these you can use to differentiate your product and services from your competitor. So therefore, the important thing, one important thing of marketing mix, those are the elements you can make use in such a manner and such a way to differentiate your product from your competitor. Clear? Second point. Now, it provides drivers for where the offering of positions in the consumer's mind. Now, I'll tell you an example. Now, if I tell you, what is the toothpaste coming to your mind immediately when I ask from you? There are some toothpaste coming to your mind, no? Can anybody tell me what is the toothpaste? When I say, what is the toothpaste brand name coming to your mind? Can anybody tell me immediately? Some people may say Signal, no? Okay, clear, right? Signal. Now, why Signal? Why Signal remembering? Because it is the product of the brand in the position in the consumer's mindset, right? Immediately you come out that brand name, the manner in which that Unilever has positioning the you are seeing the toothpaste in your consumer's mind, right? So how can you do it? That's there. Now, if I say some people now that you may find a lot of girls and boys, right, while you're working, but suddenly you get somebody into your mind. You record it, give it some special attention. Why? He has something in his marketing. Get attention from your mind. So he have a good market. That is, he positioning you, right? So it facilitates to offering the position in the consumer's mind, right? Okay, that is what you call top of mind. Right. Now say, what is the bank? Comes to immediately your mind when you talk about opening an account. That is, sometimes you may not using that product. Sometimes you are not getting services from that organization. But at least you know what is this. Right? Okay. Now, another example. You may say Benz car. Even though you may not having, but then you know what is Benz, right? Okay. Then it facilitates to achieve company strategies in company's marketing plan. Now, remember, company or the bank strategy is a marketing plan is a component of your total strategy plan, right? So what marketing plan trying to do? Use these 7 P's, right? And also remember, marketing mix can use to influence the demand for your products, creating demand, right? Can use to create the demand. Now, another important things, as I told you, is my marketing mix is a jigsaw puzzle ingredient. So you need to have all ingredients. Then you come up with a better marketing program. ඒකත් හරියට අපි අර සිංහලයේ කියන්නේ කිරි හොද්දක් වගේ. කිරි හොද්දක් කිව්වම මොකද්ද? කිරි හොද්ද රසට හදන්න නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවද දන්නේ නැහැ නේද? හැමදේම ගහන්න තියෙන්න ඕනේ. හැදි ගන්න ඕනේ. ඒ හැදි ගන්න. නැත්තම් අර කිරි කැටි ගහනවා. කාට ලුණු දාන්න ඕනේ. So then you marketing mix also some sort of a kiri hodda, right? You need to have all the ingredient in such a manner, then it become very tasty, right? So marketing mix play an important role there for an organization, right? So I'll give you a brief introductions about marketing mix. What is that? Why? Why these are important in the consumer's mind, right? Clear, Buddha, up to now, right? Very interesting, very important thing. Okay, let me now going to explain one by one, right? First, I'm going to take the product, one of the marketing mix element. Now, once you take that element, we are going to discuss certain other factors. What is product? What is branding? What is product level? Right? What are the key factors or attributes of a product? Then we are going to discuss about product life cycle. We are going to discuss about new product development. Right? All these things we are going to discuss under product area, and some techniques called product life cycle as well as Bcg Matrix. So very interesting, all these things. I'm not going to explain all in detail, right? I'll just give you an idea what is this factors or key areas you need to understand when you talk about product as a one major element in the marketing. Right, let me explain. Right now I'm telling so many things while I'm talking. It may be not in your all things in your handout, but try to understand, right? Okay, what is my product? Now remember, we have learned last week core concept of banking. There we discussed, remember, the need, wants, demands, then product and services, right? So without product, no marketing is taking place. So product means provide a solution to the customer. Service or product is provide service solution to the customer's problem. So product means anything that can be offered to a market. Attention, acquisition, use, or consumption. Why? In order to satisfy their particular need and want. So this is what we have discussed last time. In order to buy this product, what are the key attributes or key factors you need to be built into the product? Right, now explain. So what are you buying a product? What are you expecting? You expect some benefits. You're going to sort out some problem, right? So what are the benefits you're going to generate? So banks are trying to give more values additions, right? Say for an example, open an account. What are the benefits? Higher interest rate, ATM cards. So like those are the other benefits you're going to offer, right? Debit card. So these are the benefits you're going to get it. If you purchase a debit card or a credit card, what are the benefits you're going to get it? These are the product benefits offers. Now, every time organizations try to give more value addition to your products, every organization, we will explain little later on all these things, right? Then you are going to add quality, right? Remember again, core concept of marketing. We discussed people are not just buy the product, but the product must have a certain quality. Right now, quality in the sense we can have it two things. One, quality can say a performance quality as well as confirmation quality. I'm just explaining. Don't worry much on these details, but for your understanding only, I'm telling you there are two types of quality: performance quality and conformance quality. Now, what do you mean by the performance quality? Means once you take this product and so you are expecting to perform its all functions, and all these conformance quality mean so without having any defects. So that is what you are expecting a quality. When you go to the bank, what you're expecting a quality is sometimes we call them as a standard superb service to your client. Your ATM machines are working without any disruption, right? So the next point, what you're expecting from a product is a design, the size, the color. Some banks are offering small passbooks, right? The design, the passbook, especially for children, they may have some good small colorful passbooks like that. Design, the color, right? The next one is what you call the technical features. What are the technical features? You take an example for credit card, will you? Then what are you expecting? You are expecting anti-theft features, chip-based cards. Now that is why we are not going for magnitude class, magnite class that earlier we had a magnetic strip. No, now we don't have a magnetic strip. We have a chip base, right? Provide some security, right? So these are some of the important things you need to look at it. And also then with the product, there may be a branding is association, right? Branding is association. Now what is branding? I'm going to touch a little later on. Basically, branding means some sort is creating, maintaining relationship with the product. Okay, sometimes some organization they market brand in a such a way. Like example, I'll tell you. Now, if you say uh, PVC pipe, we never go to the shop and ask, I need a polyvinyl chloride uh, pipe. What is this? What is that? Is called PVC, no? Polyvinyl chloride pipe. කඩේකට ගිහිල්ලා අහනවා මට දෙනවද polyvinyl chloride pipe? What you asking usually? You go to the shop and ask, මට දෙන්නක Eslon බටයක්. Now what is Eslon? Eslon is a brand name. Eslon is a brand name. It's not a generic product. කඩේට ගිහිල්ලා අහන්නේ මට දෙන්නකෝ paracetamol පෙත්තක්. අහන්නේ නැහැ ගිහිල්ලා නේද? මොකද අහන්නේ? මට දෙන්නකෝ Panadol. Hey, Panadol. Panadol is a brand name. Right? So you can imagine certain product how closely linked to the branding. Right? I just give you 2 examples of that. Then another important thing is packaging. How packaging the products. Right? So packaging, it tells you so many things. Right? Country of origin, so for normal product, country of origin, certain legal requirements, expiry dates, manufacturing date, ingredients, the nutritional level, and all sort of things. And remember, are you well aware of that? So according to the new rules and regulation, it's a food items you have to mention content of sugar with lines. Have you noted when you get it your toothpaste, there is some color indicated at the bottom of your toothpaste. When next time when you are going to brush your teeth, take your toothpaste and see, are there any marks in the bottom? Sometimes are black, some are green, some are red. So all these colors denote something. Some are pure artificial, some are herbal, like that. So you get some color code down there. It's tell you the type of toothpaste you are using. Right? So the packaging is a costly to normal product. But think about the banks. What do you mean by a packaging? Sometimes you take the credit card for an example. So they not send you a credit card, no? They say some pack, nice covered, like even for certain product offer, they be package and give you. Next one is the service. Now, what is the service? Service is what you call the follow-up assistance. Right? Customer helpline. Now the product, if you have any problem, you can call. Even for your call center, sometimes is a service to answer your product problems. Certain product, they give you a training after sale when you purchase a photocopy machine, right? Certain sophisticated machine. You need to provide that product a training. So for a project also, offering a certain financial product, so bank will tell you, right, how to use, so how to invest the money and all these things. So remember, so therefore the product having these attributes. Clear now? Any questions? Right? So any product, so you are trying to add all these things. Those are we call key factors in products, or sometimes we call them as product attributes. Products attributes. Okay. Now think about product and service. Now, if you take one in the product, if you take the other end, the service, product is basically pure tangible. Service, the extreme corner, is a pure intangible. Right now, say for example, sugar sold example. Those are pure tangible. If you go to the other extreme corner, right? Teaching, education, all are pure service. There's an in between, 50-50. We call hybrid product. Can anybody tell me hybrid product and service you are enjoying in your life? Can anybody tell me? Now, two extreme product and service, there may be hybrid product, which have in both products as well as service characteristics. Can anybody of you tell me you have enough experience? Definitely. A product, a service, or combinations, a hybrid offer. Can anybody tell me? Can anyone tell me? Hybrid product? Can anybody tell me hybrid product put up? Can anyone tell me? Achala, can tell me, I think you may definitely obtain the services. Right? Chatumini? Right? Fahan? Any idea? Kavindi? Any idea about Kalinga? Any idea? Mahima? Any idea? Ani kata karana sadda නැතුනම නිකන් බවත් නෑ වගේ. හසිනි? Any hybrid product? මම කිව්වොත් නම් දැන් දන්නවා. ඔගොල්ලෝ මේ කණ්ඩ එහෙම යනකොට හම්බෙනවනේ. අප්පා මරු එකක් කිව්වා. කාලිංග හොඳ එකක් කිව්වා. මැරේජ් කිව්වා. එකත් හොඳ එකක් තමයි. Good. I also put that. That's not a bad one. Very nice one. Marriage. Why you think is a hybrid? Yes, correct. No. Yes, you have a physical thing. Also, you need services from him. No, right? So good example. Right? Very nice. Creative example. I like that. Marriage is a hybrid. Yes, to some extent. Yes, correct. Right. Other than that, any suggestions? Now, when you go to the McDonald's, what are you getting? You're getting hybrid offer. So when you go to McDonald's everywhere in the world, you get the same set of atmosphere, as well as you get the same type of foods, as well as same type of service. When you go to the all these food chains like that, no, McDonald's for an example, Burger King, right? So those are hybrid offers, food as well as service. Clear now? Marriage also not a bad idea. So good example. I like that. Right. Okay. So now we moving to the key factors, right? Okay. Now let me explain now product levels. Now these are very important things. Now every product or every service, right, having different layers. Now we are adding values, no? Right? So what is red? Red is, you go with the next tune, right? Next slide, then we will explain. Now we have identified 5 levels of products. Now we banks, we try to have all these levels, right? Okay, right. Now some examples say 3 levels, but more idea is 5 levels. Let me explain these 5 levels now. Okay, first we think about hotel. You going for an hotel. Or you may have some example. Think about a mobile phone, right? And see how can you add value to your product like this. Now, first, any product or any service, what is the core benefits offered by the product? right? Now, say for an example, co-benefit mean any product or service, the benefits the customer really buy. What is the real benefit customer buy? Now, say for an example, think about mobile phone. What is the core benefit? Why you use mobile phone? What purpose? Can anybody tell me? Why you use mobile? What is the main core benefit of a mobile phone? Huh? Okay. What is the main, why you are going for a hotel? What is the core benefit for a hotel? Rest and sleep. That is the benefit customer really buy. That is what you call core benefits. Every product and service is like. Think about the savings account. What is the core benefits you're going to think about the car? What is the core benefit you're going to get from savings account? Can anybody tell me? Huh? Can any, huh? Come on.
An interest.
Interest. Simple. Very good. Interest. That is what you're expecting, no? That's the core benefit. Now for hotel, rest and sleep. Okay. What is the next level? Next level we call a generic product, or sometimes we call, right, basic product, generic product or basic product. Now, when you go for a hotel room, what is usually you are having for a hotel room, right? You don't have a room without a bed, no? You may have bed, bathroom, towels, right? All things are there. Those are the basic things, right, for a hotel room. Right, when you go for hotel, so these are the basic things. Next level you look at it, then expected level, expected product. Now what is now here the hotel room basic product mean physical features of the product. Physical features of the product. Now say for a mobile phone you may have a dialing facility, special features. You may have a display, right? So those are specific features, physical features of the product. We call them as the basic products, physical features of the product. What is the next level? Expected level. Now, expected level means, say example, a set of attributes and condition buyers normally expect from the purchasing a product, right? So expected level means, so set of attributes and conditions buyers normally expect when they purchase a product, right? So ඔයා මොන හරි ගන්න යනකොට ඔයා මට මේක තියෙනවද කියලා අහන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් අපි හිතුවු මේ අපි කාමරයක් රූම් එකකට යනවා කියලා හොටෙල් එකේ ඔයා ගිහලා අහන්නේ නේද ඒකේ ටෙලිෆෝන් තියෙනවද ඒකේ ටෙලිවිෂන් එකක් තියෙනවද ඒවා අපි බලාපොරොත්තු ක්ලීන බෙඩ් එකක් ක්ලීන වොෂ්රූම් එකක් කියලා ඒකට අර ඕල වොෂ්රූම් එකට ගියාම අර සැනිටයිස් කියලා අර කොමන්ඩ් එක හැම වහලා ගහලා that is what you expected no ඒවා පිරිසුදුවට ඇති කියලා අපි බලාපොරොත්තු that is what you expected. Okay, right. So then from the next level is what you call the augmented level. Now this is the important area. This is augmented area mean what? Benefits that offers exceed the customer's expectation. Benefit that offers exceed the customer expectation. Then ඔයා බලාපොරොත්තු නොට වඩා දේවල් මේ ප්‍රොඩක්ට් එක නිසා ඔයාට හම්බ වෙනවා. Right? So that there the marketers are coming to the scene. There is the layer you add values where your competitor is not given, right? Your competitor is not given, you are giving. So that is the augmented layer. So what marketers are trying to do, add something value to your offer than your competitor is not given, and also you are not expected. That is we call augmented the product. So you differentiate your product from your competitor, where the branding is comes in that sense, right? So that is what you call the augmented. So that is how you differentiate your product from your competitors' product. And then the potential product mean, and this is about augmenting and transformation that the product may undergo in the future. Right now, say for an example, now, okay, go back to the augmented level in your hotel room for an example. So Wi-Fi. Earlier Wi-Fi is this fresh flowers, right? Mobile checking, some cultural event. When you go, when you are welcome in a different way. When you go to the room, you see the nice fruit basket or whatever, right? Now, remember, if everybody is going to give the same thing, it's become augmented, it's become the expected level. Because why? Because everybody is giving. So then it's no more augmented. Now I'll tell you a classic example. How many of you are aware when we first took the mobile phone? I remember I paid 50 rupees extra for CLI facility. Are you aware on that? Huh? Are you aware? Anybody can tell me, right? So when you go for mobile phone earlier, at the early stages, CLI facility. So if you want to get a CLI facility, it's an extra augmented benefit for people to use their mobile phone. So I can remember I pay 50 rupees extra to get that services. Now this CLI facility are any more augmented. ඒක විශේෂ දෙයක්ද? නෑ. දැන් හැම service providerම ඒ CLI facility එක තියෙනවා. That has become the expected level. බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා ආයි මේක දැන් phone connection එකක් ගත්තම අපි ගිහලා අහනවද මේකේ මේ CLI facility තියෙනවද කියලා. Service provider. ඒක අමුතුවෙන් අහන්න දෙයක් නෑ because you are expected. But one time it's become expected. So the things keep on changing. After some time, if everybody is giving that offer, it's become expected level. So that is the job of a marketer. Keep on adding values to your product. Right? That is how you differentiate. How can you differentiate your product? Adding new features to your augmented layer. Right? Okay. So example for going back again to the potential product level. What you're expecting maybe the future. Maybe robot stewards. You know, robot stewards like the at the sometime. Dinner at Sky. Then make out that Maldives president හිටපු එක්කෙනා පොළොව යට මේකක් තිබ්බේ පාර්ලිමේන්ට් එකේ තිබ්බේ ඒ වගේ අමුතු දෙයක්, right? High tech rooms, right? So that is something you expected in the future, right? So these are the what you call the product levels. තේරුණාද? Right? Okay, you have a clear some idea about what is products levels, right? Each and every level you are going to add values. Now for credit card, mobile phone, new features, right? Online, mobile apps. Now see how it augmented. Earlier we don't have all these things. Earlier we don't have the camera built to the phone. That facility, online banking, internet facility, you can watch matches, everything. Mobile phone, mobile watch, right? Imagine the series of activities add to your product by different people. Even for your savings account holder, your interest, they give you on top of that, they give you a debit card, right? They give you some insurance cover, then you give some gifts, right? Lot of benefits you are giving. Right. Okay. Next one. Clear now up to now? Okay there? Clear now there? Right. Then we look at it, the branding. Little bit of branding. Now what is branding? Now branding, create a brand is a name, term, sign, symbol or design or combination of these you can make use of to differentiate your organization with another organization or product or services. Now that is why we have a different logos, no? All banks, how you differentiate, this is commercial, this is NSB, this is People's Bank, this is Ceylon, this is Sampan. So they have some symbols, right? Some colors, right? Now everything commercial is go for some sort of a light blue, right? People's Bank maybe red, like that. Different colors are associated. So these are branding. Some branch outface also like that. Facial points. So those are we call branding, right? Now, what are the characteristics of a good brand? What is the characteristics of a good brand? There are three important things. One, consistency. Consistency. Characteristics of a good brand. Consistency. Now, good example. Consistency means when you go to the anywhere in the world for McDonald's, you can see the McDonald's logo. You see the Coca-Cola brand logo. Name the manner in which they put it. So there's a consistency, right? A good brand name have the consistency. Then the second one, characteristic of a good brand is a distinctive name. It's a positive association with the product. Distinctive name. Now I'll tell you a good example about the distinctive name. When you are using the name for a particular product, you have to be very careful. So I think some of you may heard about the NOVA, N-O-V-A, NOVA vehicle, right? It's a very famous car in America, NOVA. But when it's go to the Japanese, it's go to the Spanish market, car not sold as expected. Sales are not expected than in America. What is the reason? What is the reason? In Spanish word, Spanish meaning for Noah if not work, it doesn't go. Right? So the different meaning given by different names. You have to be very careful when you are selecting a brand name. Because in Noah, in Spanish market, it means yanneti karrik. Hinda yanneti netta troublesome car and kawruvat gatte ne Noah brand. Whatever, they have to rechange the brand name. So that means there is a distinctive nature is not there in the brand. when you're setting the brand, you need to understand there may be a distinctive name. Second characteristics. Third characteristic is you must have a distinctive features, right? You need to instantly identify the brand once you, the product, the moment you see the brand. The moment you see Coca-Cola lettering, you know it's Coca-Cola drink, right? So there are three characteristics of a strong brand. One, consistency, distinctive name, and distinctive features. Okay, so that is how it's changed from the organization for now. There are a lot of advantage about the brands, right? Some of the advantages are brand improve profitability for an organization. It's a valuable asset, you know, the brand itself, you can sell it for a higher price. Higher price. Brand name, right? Valuable asset is an improve profitability. You can charge higher prices. Now, if you take two TVs, there are enough TVs in the market, no? Then you go for Abbas, you go for Panasonic, you go for Sony, right? You go for Innovex. So, which one you buy, right? Because brand can charge higher prices. Some say branded product, unbranded product, right? So, pricing higher in branded product. So brand can use for improve or increase your prices. And branding is a method of differentiation. Branding is a method of differentiation, right? And it is assist marketing to sell their product easily because you are branded. That is why. Now say a good example for branding. When you go to office using your bank t-shirt, one thing you differentiate, and you also facilitate from the get rid of from your police people. මෙයා යන්නේ ඔයා commercial bank වේ. ඔයා bank of Ceylon, NSB, ඔයා සම්පත්. ඒ brand අපි ඒ කාලේ මතකනේ අර කොරෝනා කාලේ brand එක t-shirt එක දැක්කියා. අපි තිබ්බා එක දවසකට සිකුරාදා වගේ දවස්වලට අදින්න නමුත් ඊට පස්සේ කොරෝනා කාලේ හැමදාම දැක්කී t-shirt එක. එතකොට කවුරුත් ප්‍රශ්න අහන්නේ. You're branded, you're working it. So when you go to the schools, girls, they have the separate brand. අපි දන්නවා අර අත්නති ගවුම් එකක් ගියාම අපි දන්නවා ladies college කියලා නේද? එක එක ගහලා තියෙන logo. So you can identify. It's easy to market your product. And also branding associated with customer loyalty. Now you see what are the advantages of branding, right? Okay, some people talk about the brand equity. Brand equity is the premium that customers are willing to pay compared with the normal product. Right, some of the things I have explained to you about the brand, right? So far, no question asked. Can ask question about the brand because banks are heavily use the brand. Now, another example, you name certain accounts product, children's savings account. Different people are using, different banks are using different names. Singiti Kiyai, Tikiri Kiyai, Mihiri Kiyai, Hapana Kiyai, right? Why these all? So, to differentiate your savings account, right? Okay, remember that branding is very important things, right? Okay, right. Next point. Clear about the branding? Harida, no problem with branding now? Any problem branding? Harida, clear? Liara, okay. Liara, you understood? I just randomly checking, huh? Right. Hashini Samuel, okay, right. Abhishek, okay, right. Then Sahani, Hansini, Hamasha, oh Hamasha, no? Hamasha, Himasha, the one, right? Okay, understood, clear? Right, thank you. So now we are moving to the next point, right? Next one, solve the branding. Now still we are in, you see how many things you need to learn under banking product. Now we are moving to another important area we call new product development process. Very interesting, right? Now I will take an example. Now you join a new bank in Sri Lanka, which is going to start. That is what you call new product development process. Suppose your bank going to start new products called children's savings account. Example, right? Suppose you are in the marketing department, you are a marketing manager, so you having banking qualifications and all marketing qualification, and you learn from me, and then sometimes they will ask you when you go for bank. So if you're interested about the marketing department, they will ask who is your teacher, who is your boss, and you put my name. They will you know something, right? So you in that position, you need to explain what is this new product development process. For you to understand, suppose you are in the marketing department, you was requested by your DGM or AGM, whoever, to develop a new product for your bank, new children savings account, right? Okay, now that is your task. I'm just going to explain use of this methodology, the steps involving in new product development. Now, certain banks, you may have a different new product development committee, product review committee, and all sort of people are there, right? Okay, what is this process? The first step is idea generation. Now, what is your idea? New product development. Your task is new product development. Now, what you're going to look at it? Now, it is generating ideas. You want to develop new product. Now, ideas can be generated from inside the organization as well as the outside the organization. Now, let's look at it outside the organization. What you try to do now? You collect all the brochures, you visit all the branches, or visit the web of that all the banks in Sri Lanka and get all the leaflets. So identify what are the specific features and benefits offered by your similar bank, right? Also, you can get it from foreign banks, products similar to that. Also, you can get it from insurance companies. Outside, you collect all the information. Inside, what you can do? You can ask your branch managers in different areas to give the ideas, new ideas from your own employees, your salespeople, or you may conduct some brainstorming session. And ideas. And also you can conduct market research. You go to the children's and ask, පුතා මොන වගේ account feature එකකටද කැමති? මට ඕනේ තෑගි ගොඩාක් දෙන ඒවා. එතකොට අම්මගෙන් ඇහුවොත් මොනවටද? අම්මා කැමති children savings account එක මොකක්ද? මට නම් ඕනේ එකම දෙයයි high interest rates. Right? Through the market research, you can get an idea about what the customers want. So that is the first step, idea generation. Clear? Right. Now, once you get the ideas, මාර තොගයක් ideas තියෙනවා. ඔක්කොම ideas පුළුවන්ද? හරියට අර මැරේජ් එකකට යනකොට ළමයි ගොඩාක් ඉන්නවා ගෑල්ලා ඉස්සර රජතුමාලා නැත්නම් දිසාපාමොක් තමුන්ගේ දුව දිසාපාමොක්ලට ඉඳලම තියෙන ගෑනු ළමයි. right කුමරියෝ. ඉතින් හොඳම ගෝලයටනේ බන්දලා දෙන්නේ. එතකොට ගෝලියෝ ගොඩායි. එතකොට මොකද කරන්නේ? අර එක්කෙනෙක් තෝරගන්නේ. ඒ වගේ තමයි ideas. There are so many ideas. But now you have to vet these ideas. You have to screen this idea to select the most appropriate idea for your organization. Sometimes we call screen the select the best idea. In marketing, we talk about go error or drop error. Now, don't worry about much on this. What do you mean by go error mean? So examiner don't ask you from that what is go error and drop error, right? It's so marketing oriented, right? Now, go error mean you have selected the poor idea as a good idea. Drop error mean you selected the right you are forego the good idea and you are select the bad idea is called go error. Drop error mean අර හොඳ දේ අයිතලා bad එක ගැනීම. Right? So that's a marketing word, right? Okay, now once you screening or shortlisting or sometimes we call the best ideas, you have to look at it certain factors. What are the best ideas out of many ideas? The ideas must be fitting to the image of the organization. Right? Now say I will give you an example. Right? These are two classic examples. Right. Now if you work with commercial banks, come up with the children's savings account. Usually the commercial bank never gives gifts to the children associated with the account. Most other banks are offered. Right? That is the policy of the organization. So you need to look at it. Then the capabilities, the resources of organization, the cost and profitability, how much of going to profits of launching this product, which is appealing to the segment, children segment. අපි මේක introduce කළාම ළමයි මේකට appeal වෙයිද? So all these things you need to look at it from your multiple ideas. Based on that, now you have 100 ideas. Now you select the 5 important ideas. That is called the screening, like a shortlisting. Right? That's the second step. Now the third step is we call concept development and testing. Now this is an idea still. Now this is an idea. Now you need to convert to concept, especially the service concept. Right? Okay? You have to really bring it to the concept. Now concept, at the concept stage also, now you develop these are the features I need to give to the customer. These are the interest rate. Then again you can do a testing again. You go with this information and you can go to the field and ask, if I'm going to give you like this, are you happy? අපු වැඩක් නෑ මේකත් අර බැංකුව දෙන එක වගේමනේ. අයියෝ වැඩක් නෑ මේකත් අර ඉන්ට්‍රස්ට් එක වනේ. So at the concept time also you can test your idea. That is called concept development and testing. Right? Now you see each and every stage you do some sort of a testing. That is the third step. Fourth step. Okay, now you decide your concept is okay, right? So you have basically developed the product attributes and things like that. Now you're going to look at it. What is the marketing strategy I'm going to use to introduce this product? Right? So who are my target market? As far as this one is, who is your target market? As for the children's savings account, maybe the children themselves as parents or guardians like that. That is your target market, right? All the marketing mix elements you need to look at it, right? What is the interest rate I'm going to give? How are you going to market this product? How we are going to promote? All this we need to look at it, right? And what is the accounts, number of accounts I'm expecting? What is the deposit base I'm going to collect? Right? All things we work out marketing strategy develop. Still product is not launched, right? We only develop. Clear now? Right. Next step is the business analysis. Now, business analysis, once you design the marketing strategy and it is evaluate the business attractiveness of the proposal. Now, that means, so what is the sales, what is the profits, and what is the cost involved, what is the market share. This is something I can change the entire banking fraternity, come up with novel idea about the children's savings account. Because remember, the children are the future customers. The moment you open an account, usually in Sri Lankan culture, he is keeping the account with you till you become a big shot, right? So these are some of the business analysis you're going to look at. How many, another 5-10 years time, how many good clientele you can build up. So you look at the business analysis, right? It satisfies your organizational objective, your bank, corporate objectives. Clear? Right. Then we move into actually develop the product, develop the physical product, develop the, you may look at it, the developing the product mean in the software packages and how your interest is calculated, and then you look at the fast books if you're going to print, what is the gift structures, if you're going to give them. So all physically you are developed. That stage is called the product development, but it's a huge cost, right? Remember the huge cost. Now you have the children's savings account with you. Are you going to launch in the market? No. Before that, because product development is very costly, failure rate also very high. So therefore, you need to do a test marketing again. You select some areas. Now in Sri Lanka, you using Gampa, Kandy areas as a test marketing area. Why? Because it represents the total population. They may have the different type of people, different income level, different educational levels, and things like that. Now we go to the Kandy is a different structure. Go to the goal area, another structure. Gampa is mixture of all these things. So usually test marketing is done, but right? But there is a danger of test marketing also. That before you launch, you do some test marketing, right? Now, what is the objective of test marketing? Test the product in the real market environment where the customers are really buy this product. If still you have a chance to change your methodology of launching, right? But remember, test marketing is very dangerous thing also. Why? Because competitor get to know your offers. Now, I will tell you one example, right? One example. You know the Gillette? You know the Bic? Huh? Are you aware about the Bic and the Gillette, the razor? Right? Now, the important thing is the Gillette company, they come up with disposable razor. Ara kapala visi karan. Then make a kali. Introduce karna kali is a novel idea. Right? They did some test marketing. Make a kohomada kila ara visi ka isara tibne ara blade dala ewa. Right? Kapua visi kara. The new innovative product. They want to test in the market. Then the competitor get to know about this, the big company get to know they have some product like this. What they have done it, they have introduced before Gillette put into this thing to the market. Right? එතකොට test marketing is very dangerous because competitors get to know your product. They may can before you introduce, because you spend all this thing. Well, හරියට China වගේ. China කරන්නේ මොකද්ද? අලුත් product ඔක්කොම හදලා ඇමරිකාවේ යුරෝපයේ China මොකද කරන්නේ? ඒකේ copy කරලා ඊට වඩා හොඳට ඊට වඩා අඩු ගන්නට ඒක market එකට දානවා. That is how they became the leading economy in the world today, right? Okay, test marketing. So if you say the test marketing, okay, good, accepted, well accepted, what you're trying to do, now you are launch the product. You launch the product, you commercialize the product in the market. During that time, you have to look at the timing of the product. What are the specific marketing plan for that? You have you invite some people, children lang ithi Lankawe ඉන්න the children, famous children එක්කෙනෙකුට නැත්තම් figurehead කෙනෙකුගේ ළමයි කියලා. So you officially you may have a sub commercial, then you can launch at the branch level, right? So these are the important things about introducing new products. Okay, that is the new product process. Clear? Right. I think you understood, right? Now, don't think this is one of your question, exam question they ask you. So once you introduce the product, what happened most of the time, ඊට පස්සේ අපි ළමයාව අතාරිනවා. So we are not follow it up. And it is a good job by the marketer. Once you introduce the product to the market, you need to monitor and evaluate, or we call the product review process. One time the examiner asks you why it is important once you introduce a product, why it is important to review the process, right? So therefore, once you launch the product, don't wash your hands, finish, no. So you need to record frequency, review the product, how it is growing, what are the problems they face. Now you can get it all these things from your managers, right? I mean, a lot of experience on that. That's why I'm telling you all these things. And you must have a review committees. Why the sales are coming down in one part, why certain accounts open in some other parts. All issues you can check. Or maybe not enough advertising. So you have to review your products. Any further modification you want to do, right? Okay, so that's the importance of product review. So the product, once you launch it to the market, that is the product process. From after that also, you have to monitor your products. Right now, I think you may understand about the new products, right? Okay, then you have to look at why you need to introduce the new product. What is the reason, right? What is the reason you need to include the new product, right? Why you need, right? For many reasons. What are the reasons? Right? You think about first one, rapid change in the customer needs. Now you know the customers are their wants and needs are keep on changing. So you need to develop new products to now say customers are now not like you and me. So you may be young, you are in the millennials and Z generation. Your ideas are different. You need digital financial product. So banks need to offer financial digital products. Some people need only passbooks and things. People are not like for now you are going for electronic products. So that's why you need to introduce new products. Second, maybe your existing market is saturated. You need to come up with the same product in a different way. right? Third, so if you want to survive, if you want to be in the market, so you need to come up with new products, right? Then, so always better to diversify your businesses to reduce the risk. Then, so somebody has introduced novel ideas, so you also need to be introduce same product or maybe some modified product. To why? To match the competition, to combat the competition, right? And PLC concept, I will explain to you later on what is, and maybe due to new technological things are happening, so you need to change your products. For that, you need to come up with new products developed, right? Now, again, the next one. What are the main features or regulatory issues about developing a new product? Right? Now remember, so when you develop a new product, you need to look at the corporate culture, your country culture, your organizational culture. So to what extent you've done a research and development before you are introducing this product? Whether you have done enough research and development, collect actual information, right? And how it fitting to the external changing environment, your new product. Now, say for an example, I will tell you now, green financing, right? When you're giving a loan to a customer, so you need to look at it, how your loan going to be impact the natural environment, whether your loan be harmful to the environment. So you need to look at your new product. That is why we talk about Surya Bala Sangramayas, lot of solar loans, then green bonds, green loans, all things, right? Because it has to be accepted by the society. Then what is the level of technology you are going to use? How you are going to differentiate your competitor? What is the quality aspects you are going to look at it? And also one thing, you need to look at the regulatory direction, right? The central bank direction. Now you can't give gift, no. Now earlier we have gift money, draws money. Now you can't incorporate those draws, lottery draws to the products. These are regulatory directions. So somebody will tell you, oh, if you maintain a balance of 10,000, there may be a raffle draw. You get a car or something. No, you cannot do now because those are prohibited by the central bank. Right? No lotteries can be done by the banks. That is how HNB is famous. HNB are famous draw system. What is the scheme you call? Can anybody tell me what is the draw scheme the HNB has carried out for 22 years? HNB wala tibuna draw system එක මොකක්ද famous එක අවුරුදු 22ක් තිබුණා. Can anybody tell me what is the draw system having with HNB? What is a famous draw system? මතකද ඔයගොල්ලෝ කවුරු හරි දන්නවද? Can anybody work at HNB? Can give me an answer for that, right? What is the scheme? It's a draw scheme. If you're maintaining 10,000 your current account or this thing, patum women, HNB patum women, right? If you maintain your balance a certain amount, blah, blah, blah. So now you can't do. So therefore, when you develop a new product, we have to adhering to the regulatory directions. And also, you cannot mislead the public, right? So you tarnish your good name if you are trying to sell the product telling special features where you are not giving, right? And also what sort of availability of information to the customers about this new product. You have a clear product features, leaflets, newspaper advertisement. So you must provide the information to the customers. And also, and technically and legally feasible. There's nobody can file action against our product. Oh, technically we can practice, can use in our branch operation system. So all these matters, when you look at it, some factors, you're going to introduce a new product. Right? Clear? Right. Then having understood all these things, right? Why all these new products fail? Why all these new products fail? Products fail because poor timing. Now, මේ දවස්වල ගැස්සෙන සීතලේ, right? Ice cream introduce කර famous story එකක්. Bad time to launch the product. That is why the product failed. Then poor applications of marketing mix elements. So you are not carried out proper advertising, right, to launch the product. And as I told you, the competitor activity. Somebody, when you introduce, before that, someone introduced a similar product. The competitor distorted your product. And poor marketing research. ඔගොල්ලෝ market research කරලා customer ගෙන් අහන්න ගියේවා customer ඔක්කොම කියලා තියෙන්නේ බොරු. So ඒක අනුව ඔයා product එක හදපුවාම it is not accepted by the market. So these are the some of the weaknesses. As next one is a lack of differentiation advantage. That means people think අයියෝ මේකත් අර බැංකුව එක වගේමයි. මේක කිසි වෙනසක් නැහැ. So these are the some of the product features, some of the specific reasons why these products are fail. Clear? Right. Now we have just completed. You see how much of things we need to know about the product development, right? And product. Okay. Any questions you need to raise? Any questions? Kalinga? No problem. Malindi, right? Ruwantiki, Kodituaku, Ruwanti, okay, right? Saddaraya, Budida, Ansani, Sahani, right? Budida, okay. Any problem?
Yes, sir. So what is market saturation?
Right, market saturation mean Putta is like this. Now say there's you can't go further. Market saturation means, so say only 100 people in particular in that market, all the 100 people, right, have enough accounts. You cannot basically further sell the product to the market, right? Same product everybody is having. Then what happened? Somebody wants something different. Then only the 10 people in the market buy that product. Otherwise, they say, no, mata tino account. I don't want. If a new product comes to the market, that existing people can buy this product. That means your market is saturated. Then what them go? Then go ali battoge kalo. Ali batpigara kala indo. Right? Then අන්දරේ කතාව දාගන්න එපා මේකට හොඳේ ඊට පස්සේ කියනවා තව ටිකක් තව කෑමක් දෙනවා ඔයාට දැන් ඔයා කියනවා අයියෝ බඩ පිරිලා තව එපා right okay something like that is market saturation okay පුතා clear the තේරුණාද
Yes, sir. Thank you.
right okay right now we go back now. That is why it's a very interesting area. These are, a lot of big guys are when you introduce a new product. Now you think your bank have done all these things. They introduce a product to the market, right? You may have enough experience if you are working in the bank. You may have enough experience of launching these products. Now you have an idea how difficult launching a product. Okay, right. Then you move into the next point also, right? Having understood that part. Okay, let me explain now. innovative financial products. This is a very interesting one. Now, as I explained to you, people needs and wants are changing. People like you are basically on Y generation and millennials, right? So you are a young generation. You need new way of satisfying your financial needs. So therefore, organizations, especially the banks, are catering to the modern financial requirement of changing customers, right? People like you like more different products, more techno savvy products, no? Not like us. We are little all now, no? So you like more innovative, more technological driven, techno savvy products, right? So especially the digital services and different, the derivatives, especially the derivatives, those are usually these latest innovative financial products are usually very complex structure, and it is example derivatives. දැන් මේ දවස්වල කියනවනේ අර කියනවා අහලා තියෙනව නේද? SWIFT කියනවා නේද? කරන්ට් SWIFT කියනවා දැන් මේ බැංක් මේ රටත් එහෙමනේ එක එක ප්‍රොඩක්ට්ස් එක එක රටවල් එක්ක කරන්සි ස්වැප්ස් ගන්නවා, එතකොට සිකියුරිටයිසේෂන්, එතකොට එක ඒව ගන්නවානේ. Complex, no? We can't understand. So remember, now these products, usually innovative new financial products, are mostly are derivative based and difficult to understand, as well as very complex. Example, asset-backed securities. We are going to learn all these things maybe next month. Asset-backed securities, ABS, right? Those are very complex, but high yield, right? High yield products, high benefit products, but very complex. They don't know how to operate these things, but people going to buy these products. Features are difficult to understand. Now what happened? So the moment you buy all these products, those are very high risky products. So if the products fail or have some problem, there's always disputes between the customers and the banks, right? Disputes. There may be a legal issues, there may be a penalties, there may be operational issues, there are a lot of issues, right? These innovative fee products. And and also remember, all these new products are highly subjected to cyber risk, right? Cyber attacks. So this innovative financial products. And also not only that, remember all these present innovative financial products, some introduced by the some leading banks in the world, right, may resulted and for bank crisis, right? Remember, example, securitization, the very innovative product, very familiar in US market, but that product failed. As a result of that financial crisis took place. One of the reasons, there are many reasons for financial crisis to happen in the world in 2010, right? 2010, right? But one of the reasons is introductions of these innovative financial products like securitization. Now you see innovative financial products issues. Okay? You need to understand that there may be a leading to financial crisis. Example, securitization, right? So we learned a lot, right? Still, we have not complete the products. No, you see how much of products we are having, right? Now we are going to discuss about product life cycle. Product life cycle. I go a little faster since I expected to cover this. It doesn't matter, right? Product life cycle. Now, what is product life cycle? Right? Like a human being, like a as plant or as human being, we also going through our life pattern, right? Now you may at the younger stage or growing stage, Now we are at the mature stage, you're going to be a decline stage, right? Likewise, like a human being, every product and services also have a life cycle. Now this is very important to understand the product life cycle. The first stage of the product life cycle we have already discussed. What is that? New product development, right? New product development. That is it's like a mother give birth to a kid, right? It is in the embryonic stage, right? The product development stage as a life cycle stage is embryonic stage. That is product still developing in the organization, right? Now remember this diagram, right? Okay. Now first stage is a development stage, as I explained to you. Earlier we discussed new product development stage. And what is the features of the new development stage? Now you come up the new ideas and then you develop the new products, right? And identify what the customers needs and wants, right? And you develop the product. Right? And remember, at the development stage, since your product is not into the market, so there's no sales, no profits, because why? The product is not put into the market, but high cost. Why high cost? Development cost, right? You can see what are the stages we involving in developing the product. So it's all costly, right? Okay, right. You understood now the features of that development stage in product life cycle, right? And then you move into the introductory stage. Now, what is introductory stage mean? Now, you're introduced to the market. You give birth to your life. That is the introduction stage. Now, you see the introductory stage. You introduce this product to the market, but you noted that slow growth, right? You see the slow growth, right? You see the slow growth. Slowly වැඩෙන්නේ නේද? අවිද්‍ය ගමන් ඉපදිච්ච ගමන් ඇවිදින්නේ නැහැනේ. So therefore slow growth, right? Slow growth. I will put it like this, right? Slow growth. Then what happened? Introductory stage. Then look at this graph. So now here the below line is a profit. Other one is your deposits or sales or whatever you call it, right? Right. Then at the negative growth and negative or slow profit. Now profit is basically just coming up, right? Not all at the introductory stage. Then your growth stage. Then now your product is rapid market acceptance and awareness. Product is now growing, sales are increasing, accordingly profits are also increasing, competitions are growing, remember. So you spend a lot of money, your cost is high. Why your cost is high? Because you need to create you need to differentiate your product, so you need to gain market share. Right? At the introduction stage, you need to create awareness. That is why your promotional cost is high. Because why? You need to create awareness about your product. Right? Then once you come to the maturity stage, then right? Why? The product has gained acceptance of the most customers. And during the maturity stage, where the organization is usually having the high market share, high profits, high sales, right? Now you know what is the next level. Once this comes to, and this is a successful stage in the product life cycle. Now you know what is. Now in the marketing, in this maturity stage, you need to remind and reinforce, buy this product. Okay, now once it's come to the maturity stage, what is the next stage? it's going to decline. It's going to decline. Okay, so therefore, there and during the decline stage, the profits are coming down, and slowly sales profits are coming down, sales are drive, and so you need to take a decision whether you're going to continue this product or not. And this is why the product life cycle is important. Now, if I give you some homework, if you like to do, I think it's good. If you prefer to do this homework, please do. Right? You put this column, say structure, introduction. Forget about the development. You put introduction. Then you put the growth stage. If you put the maturity stage, decline stage. Right? You put 4 vertical column, and you put horizontally 1 character. What is the first point? What is the marketing objective? What is the, you take the 4 P's. What is the pricing? What is the distribution? What is the promotion? And then compare all these things. Now, say for an example, you take marketing objective. What is, I will tell you an example, right? You have the 4 column here: introduction, growth, maturity, decline. You get the characteristics. What is the characteristics? Marketing objective. What is the marketing objective of the introductory stage? Create awareness. Just introduce to the product. No? Then what is, go to the growth stage? Right. What is it? Differentiate your product. Add values. Matakadara layers. Levels augmented. You add values. Once is go to the maturities, what is your marketing objective? Maintain the market share. But because why? That is the time you get higher rates, higher profits and all, higher sales. Right? You bring loyalty. Right? And what is the decline stage? You are going to harvest. Harvest means, so you need to take a decision whether to continue or not. Right? Likewise, you take some steps. What are the steps? Marketing objective. Then you take the product, price, promotion, and try to apply all these lines. Okay. So we move to the next point now. What are the advantages of product life cycle? Why it is important for us? It is important for us for main reasons. What are the reasons? Because you see, each stage of your marketing life cycle or product life cycle, you can have a different strategies. So the marketing strategy you use for introductory stage, what is the marketing strategy you're going to introduce at the growth stage, and what is the marketing strategy you're going to introduce at the maturity stage. Now, a lot of decision you need to take at the maturity stage. Now, I will give you example. Sunlight. We take the sunlight. Now, sunlight is there for so many years. No? Now, they come to the maturity stage. Once it's come to the maturities, what they do? They relaunch the product. Then sunlight, now so the key. Then sunlight, podi kateki. Then sunlight, matakaida. Then mokada midasala suwada. Mandel suwada kiwa. Lelum suwada kiwa. Then midasala jasmine the mokada. So this is how they change the color of the sunlight. Lux, they use different actors to market their products. Then ඉස්සල්ලාම ගත්තේ රෝසි, ඊට පස්සේ අපි පොඩි කාලේ ඊට පස්සේ ගත්තා මාලනී, ඊට පස්සේ ගත්තා දිල්හාන්. ඒ වගේ ඒවම ගිහලා දැන් ගෑනු ළමයිනුත් අලුත් තමයි ප්‍රොඩක්ට් එකට ගන්නේ මාකට් කරන්න. So why once the products come to the maturity stage, while relaunching the product, you are trying to extend the period of maturity. So therefore, product life cycle is enable us to take appropriate marketing strategies. Having understood the product at which stage in the product life cycle. And all the products come to the maturity stage, you know what is the next stage? Declining. Then product life cycle tells you, okay, come up with developing new product or relaunch the existing product. And you see, product life cycle is an easy to understand and very simple. Technology ගොඩක් ඕනේ නෑනේ, right? අපේ වගේ දැන් ඔබට දන්නවනේ අමරදේව සින්දුත් කිව්වා. මතකද අමරදේව සින්දුවක් ගෙවුවා product life cycle එකට. මතකනේ? සන්නා ලියනී මොකටද ඇඳුම මහන්නේ? ඊයේ උපදුණු පුංචි දරුවට ඊට පස්සේ විවාහ කරන මරණකොටත් සන්නා ලියන. එතකොට සින්දුත් කියලා තියෙනවා මේ product life cycle එක. Okay, I think now you understood what is product life cycle. Right? Okay, next one is called Bcg Matrix. Another important thing, this was not taught me by last time, but I thought of incorporating this to your this one because there may be a possibility of examiner can ask for a question. What is BCG? BCG means we call Boston Consultancy Group Matrix. Why it is called matrix? Right? Matrix. Now, this was developed by Bruce Henderson of BCG Consultant, Boston Consultancy Group's management organization in USA. It's an education organization where a lot of Harvard businesses like that. BCG is a Boston Consultancy Matrix. Sri Lanka also having the Boston Consultancy representatives here, and they give services to Bank of Ceylon as well, some banks as well. And this was developed, this concept was developed in 1970s, early 1970s, not a so. And they look at it, two parameters. What are the two parameters they look at it, as you see in the note? Relative market share and the market share and the market growth. Okay. Now, based on that, so what BCG is talk about, take your product portfolio, products, and try to put to those 4 lines, 4 quadrants or 4 metrics. The products which give you higher interest, higher benefits, higher profits to the organization, they're putting to the cash cow. Now banks, what are the products give you high cash cows? Can anybody tell me? What are the bank's products usually having high cash cows? That means the products which give you high profits to the bank. Can anybody tell me any deposit product? Any liability product? Or
Loan.
any,
Loan.
no, liability product, Puta? Deposit product? Which give high profits to the organization? No, product, liability product, deposit product, which give high profits to the organization? Try what is that? We won't give any interest to customers. What is that? What those products? We call them as demand deposits, right? Because we won't give any interest to the customers. If you have more deposit in our current account, we are okay, no? What is the other next account? Savings account. Both are, we are not giving much higher interest rate. As far as the credit products are concerned, not all products, no? What are the products? We like to give overdraft, right? Why? We are charging higher credit cards, we are charging little higher interest. So which give the higher income, right? Now, based on certain products in your organization, you can put into the income. Now you say, so you look at the CASA requirement. CASA, current account, savings account balance. Likewise, you look at it, which products in your product portfolio give you high profits. And then you put all your products into these 4 quadrants, right? And you take some decisions, right? And this Bcg matrix provides you to take some good marketing decisions like PLC, product life cycle. Now, having put your products into these quadrants, you can take some management decision. Now what are the characteristics of cash cow meat? Basically, the products which give high revenue to the organization. But stars also high generated because why? Relative market share is high. The relative market share high means, so you are in the lot of share taken in the market. So therefore your sales are high. So your revenue is high. Right? But in cash cow, your growth is less, but stars products are growth also high revenue. If you look at the question marks, or sometimes people call problem child, whatever, market share is less, but there's a potential of growth. There are some market share is less, but there's a potential to grow. Right? But there are some dogs. Dogs carry right? So they don't have a high market share, they are not growing, right? And you look at it, what are the products comes under dogs? The dogs products product life cycle, product portfolio. Right? Then me BCG Matrix එකත් හරියට අපි කියන ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ family එකක් වගේ. ඇයි දැන් අම්මා තාත්තා කියන්නේ සමහරලාට අයියෝ අපේ ලොකු පුතා තමයි අපිව කියලා කන්න බොන්න ගෙන්නේ. එතකොට ලොකු පුතා කවුද? කෑෂ් කව්. එතකොට තව පුතෙක් ඉන්නවා මෙලොවටත් රහක් නැහැ කුඩු මොනවා අරව අපේ පවුල විනාශ කරන්න ආපු කාබාසිනියා. කවුද අපි කියන්නේ? dogs. අන්න අපේ family member කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා dog. තව කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා මූණා මාර talented පොරක් වා මැද පුතා මාර talented කවදා හරි අපිව බලාගන්නේ මේ මැද පුතා තමයි මද්ද පුතා අපි කියනවා යා දානවා අපි කොහටද stars. තව පුතෙක් ඉන්නවා ගෙදර කියනවා මන් දන්නේ හාමිනේ මේ යකා නම් මොනවාට හැදෙනවද කියලා මට හිතා ගන්න බෑ මේ යකා හැදෙන විදිය මේ යකා මොනවා කරනවද මන් දන්නේ. කවුද ඒ පුතා? question mark. දැන් බලන්න family එකේ ළමයි ටික ගත්තොත් ඕවගේ දාන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේ තමයි products also you can put into all these quadrants. Once you put your product portfolio into this quadrant, you can take good marketing decisions. Now say your products there are some question marks product. You can invest those products to convert those question marks to become stars. You invested money from stars to convert the stars to the cash cow. Right? You can take good quality decision. Right? Now, if you compare your BCG matrix with your product life cycle, I will ask you one small question. Which product life cycle stage can be considered as cash cows? Can anybody tell me? Now, if you put this, compare with BCG matrix, now you know the product life cycle like this, no? Product life cycle, this. Now, which stage of products is equal to cash cow? Can anybody give me a... okay, we'll take the dogs. Which stage of the product life cycle can be considered as dogs? Sales are not there, profits are not there. What stage of the product life cycle? Any guesses? Now, I just give a food for thought, right? Now, if you think about the BCG matrix and you draw the PLC product life cycle, right? Dogs comes under what stage of the product life cycle? No profits, no sales, comes under decline stage. Likewise, where the cash cow comes, which stage of the product life cycle? Because cash cows give the high profits to the organization. So therefore, we need to look after them very well. Which stage of the product life cycle which give the higher profits to the organization? What are the stage?
Maturity.
Maturity stage. Very good. Then where is the stars? Stars? What stage of the stars? Hari, cash cow, hari, maturity stage. It may hang in the cow.
Growth stage.
Growth stage, because they can become a stars. Then where is the question marks? What the question marks? Question marks can be introduction stage. Why? We don't know whether it's successful or not. Right? It can be either introduction stage or growth stage. Right? Clear? Declare stage is the dogs. Now, so why I explain about the BCG matrix? This BCG matrix at product life cycle is facilitated to analyze your product portfolio. Product portfolio means the number of product and services available to sell to your market, right? So you, in your organization, right, you can understand which products give high revenue, right? Which products give less revenue, which products we need to market or spend a lot of money. All things you can think of the analyzing of product life cycle and BCG matrix. And remember, we have now a lot of software packages are available to understand based on the sales and the market share. Easy to understand which products comes to stars and like that with the help of software package. But comparatively to PLC, BGC little difficult, but once you put it correctly, easy to take good decisions, right? So therefore, BCG and product life cycle as a facilitate to analyze your product. Okay, clear? Right now you see how much of time we have spent for learn about product itself, right? Okay, clear? Right, having understood now, so we are going for price, another element of the marketing mix. Now price can come from many forms, right? It can be fees, commissions, rent, charges, as well as the salary, subscription, donation, interest rate, all can be considered as a price, right? Okay, so the price is a bank is interest rate and fee-based income, commission. Okay, right. Now, before we wind it up, I'll ask you, okay, to think you on this. Pricing is unique for many reasons in the marketing mix element. Now, අනිත් ඒවා වැදගත් කියන එක නෙවෙයි. අනිත් marketing mix element එක සලකනකොට on a possible exam question. Why pricing is unique? Why pricing is important when you're compared with other marketing mix element? That doesn't mean other marketing mix are not important, but pricing is uniquely important. What are the reasons? Okay, can anybody tell me one reason why pricing is important for a bank? Can anybody tell me? Right? Why pricing is important for the bank? Any guesses? Right? Anybody can tell me why pricing is important? Sanjani? Yasara? why pricing is important. Hitala kiyanna monara ekak? Kalinga, why you think the pricing is important compared with other? Onna possible ප්‍රශ්නයක් එන්න පුළුවන් exam එකට. Right?
To identify the value.
Right. He said Kalinga said profit generation. Yes, very good. So all the other element in the marketing mix is what? Spending. But interest, commission, right? And what is this? All these things, why those pricing is important for a bank? Because it is the only generating income to the organization, right? As correctly mentioned by Kalinga, it is a profit generation, right? Can anybody add? Now, Imandi, can you add something to unique feature of pricing when you're compared with other things? Chatumini, any idea about pricing, why pricing is important? Mahima, Liara, so can give me any suggestions like Kalingas correctly pointed out, it brings the revenue to the organization. You can write down only marketing mix element that generate profits to the organization. First point, right? Only marketing mix element that generate profit to the organization. First point. And Nagulation and Abhishek. Okay, Abhishek, you have any idea why pricing is important? Right? Can any suggestions? Second point, right? It is a competitive, you can use as a competitive weapon. How you can use competitive weapon? How pricing you can use a competitive weapon? Right? Now you see as a bank teller who are in the bank, right? You can go and meet one customer. He is having a lot of deposit with that particular X bank. You go and tell Mr. Pereira, so why you are what is the interest rate? Suppose you are a good rapport with that person, right? How much of interest you are getting from X bank? He said 5%. Then you can tell, okay, why Mr. Pereira, if you come to my bank with all the money, I can give you 7%. Now, what happened? Now, Pereira will calculating, okay, 5% again, 7%, 2% extra interest. So then Pereira can be moved into your bank. Because of what? Because of pricing, because of the interest rate. So therefore, pricing can be, second point, pricing can be used as a competitive weapon to combat competition. Can be used as a competitive weapon. Generate profits, තරඟ කරුවන්ක පරද්ද කරන්න. Competitive weapon. 2 points, right? Okay. Third point. Right? Third point. What is the third point? Sometimes you see, you put big advertisement in the newspaper mentioning only the interest rate. Samara kada lokuda that price that, right? So therefore, pricing element can be considered as a communicator, is a mode of communication. Some people are not worried. They look at what is the interest rate they are getting, nothing else. They're not bothered about the services. They only look at it, what is the interest rate I'm going to get it. Therefore, you can make use of as a communicator. So therefore, pricing can be used as a communicator. Third point. Pricing can be used as a communicator. Right. Fourth point. Now, not like any other decisions, right? Now, when you're deciding a pricing for an organization, product and services, there are so many people are involved. Pricing, so many people are involved, right? And one person from marketing, one person from operation, one person from treasury, one person from finance. There are a lot of people are involved in decision making. In a bank, how you call that committee? There are so many people are involved in decision making. for pricing financial products. How you call that committee in the bank? There are 4 words committee that you will learn under commercial banking. How you call that committee? මොකක්ද ඒකට කියන නම? මොන committee කියලාද කියන්නේ? Pricing decision කරනකොට. Can anybody tell me how you call that? Good. Again, Kalinga gave the correct answer. It's called ALCO, Asset Liability Committee. So where pricings are taken not by one individual. So the 4th point, therefore you can say many variable factors and many people are involving in decision making. 4th factor. Right? But other promotion, product development, only few people are involving. But as far as the pricing is concerned, because that's only profit generating activity. So therefore a lot of people are involving in decision making. So 4th point, many variables, many people are involving in decision making. Example, you can put ALCO, ALCO as a capital words, right? Good. 5th one, the last one I can say. What is the best unique feature for pricing? The 5th one we call it is the conversion point. Conversion point means where the buyers or sellers are meeting. Some people, some customers are going to that bank only for pricing. සමහර කඩවලට යන්නේ මොකක් හින්දාද? අඩු ගහට ගන්න පුළුවන් කියන. Right? Only reason. So that is the conversion point between customer and bank. Right? These are 5 important reasons why pricing is unique for banks compared with other elements of the marketing. Okay, clear, understood? Right. So now is almost 3:05. We stop for today, and then on Friday we are meeting, right? As I explained to you, we have another Friday is a poet day as a Sunday. So schedule time as normal Sunday class we are having on a Friday, and also we have the Sunday. So we are going to finish most probably these marketing aspects of all these things in next 2 weeks, next 2 sessions. And there of course we are going to discuss about when you are setting the pricing, what are the factors you need to consider, then what are the type of pricing methods available or pricing strategies available. And then we are moving to the another important area is, sir, can you repeat the 5th point again? Okay, thank you. What is the 5th point is conversion point. Conversion point means where the sellers and buyers are meeting. That means customers are meeting points. Customers are sometimes come to the bank only because of pricing. That is why I call conversion point. CONVERGENT, conversion point, where sometimes the customers are come to the bank purely for a high interest rate. Like some people are come to the National Service Bank for what purpose? Because of the higher interest rate they offer. They feel they are the people that give high interest rate and charging low interest rate for loans. Okay, that is the reason. They may not having other benefits to the customer, purely for interest rates. Clear? Right. Clear now? Have you understood the 5th point, right? And then we are going to discuss next week. Important thing is delivery channel, and what are the traditional delivery channels and what are the modern delivery channels, what are the advantages and disadvantages of modern delivery channel. And and then we are moving to the 5th practice of promotion and how you can use the digital banking, digital marketing. Then we are going to talk about social media, internet marketing. There are different new methods of marketing. What are the advantages and disadvantages? Personal selling. What are the advantages and disadvantages? Like that, we are going to discuss so many things, and also maybe we are going to touch about marketing planning, research, and very, very small. very briefly. Okay, so I hope you understood the concept, and we'll see you on next Friday, 1 o'clock. Thank you. If you have any problem, please raise next week. Okay, right, Chatamini. Okay,
Thank you,
so
sir.
see you on. Okay.